jacks it 369.
Yeah, and that one's really peculiar, picking that up against Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser's going to have a fine time in the lane, but looking at these comps more holistically, it's a bit strange because we have a lot of conditional engage and pick tools on the side of IG, but then still champions that kind of want to play from a range and let you come into them like the Azir and Mordekaiser. But when you have an Ezreal Yuumi on the other team, I mean, Ezreal just outranges absolutely everything in the game, so it looks a bit weird for IG.
Not to mention, it's JackeyLove's Ezreal on top of that.
It feels like a lot relies on Puff here to be the engage tool for Invictus Gaming, because if that Enchanted Crystal Arrow misses or it's not at the right moment where the rest of Invictus Gaming can get into range to jump onto top esports, well then the CC's gone. You give the opportunity still for top esports to kite back, never give you the opportunity to actually engage with these conditional tanks that you're talking about, like the Mordekaiser, but more importantly, the Volibear, who needs to try and run you down.
And the thing I like is, at least with the Jax, you know, ignoring the laning phase, you have a great 1-4, so Jax can just be sat up in the top side the whole time, and guess what? They don't have any set engage onto you, so you're going to feel fine just letting Jax be a monster.
And you've got Karsa capable of playing around Jax on that top side as well. Ezreal Yuumi bot side, you can just ignore a bot lane because they're going to be totally fine. You can play through the mid and that top lane as well, and I imagine that a lot of this attention from Karsa will be going towards 369.
And that is not surprising, right? When we think back, even in spring, Karsa was usually focusing on towards that top side, getting the top laner ahead. We'll see if that's going to be the game plan here from Top Esports once again. IG, though, TheShy has had hit or miss performances, but when he's hitting, he is hitting like a freight train up in that top side. We'll see what 369 is going to be able to do about that matchup. And I'm excited to see what Rookie can do on this Azir against Knight Galio, whether he can have an impact anyway. It's time to get into game number 1.
IG, 加油！头部加油！
It's time to hit the rift here as we start this series off, and this is going to be an absolute barn burner, not by Lyric's definition, by the real definition. Invictus Gaming and Top Esports, both on 10 wins. This is a rematch from the 2019 regional finals when Rookie stopped Knight making it to the World Championship. And we'll see if Top Esports are going to be able to get back on top like they did in our spring finals in 2020.
It is surprising for me to see how Top Esports have drafted. Lyric obviously pointing out some of the, like, Knight being on a champion that's much less about carrying and more about supporting your team. But definitely yuyanjia going back towards this Yuumi as well is massively surprising for me. So anyone who hasn't been following for a while and why Yuumi fell out of meta, on patch 10-13, although her mana cost as just a stat number got lowered, it's the 15% extra max mana cost that got added to her Zoomies that made her fall out of favor. So surprised to see this come back in, but it definitely fits the style that Top Esports are going for here, which is that poke, kite back style, and using that final chapter to try and keep IG at bay.
It's going to be curious on what the survivability is going to be like later on into the game, whether we do see Yuumi losing mana during those team fights. And we will see a little bit of back and forth trading, but Knight is going to try and make a play onto Rookie here as Karsa moves into the lane as well. Pillar is there. Rookie fails the flash. That is not how you want to start this series off. Rookie goes down and Knight gets first blood.
And this is absolutely massive because when I look at IG's comp, they really want to play through this mid lane advantage of having this Azir who's going to bully the Galio. So great job by Karsa coming in with that level 2 gank and setting off TS to a very comfortable start.
And already you can see that then a very surprising one as well for what we were talking about to begin with was Karsa starting on that red side, because I imagine for IG, they were in the same headspace as myself, was Karsa will try and go from bot to top to try and play around 369, but actually starting on that red side, passing towards bot and catching Rookie by surprise.
And it's great to see the development of Knight and Karsa, because when we think about when the squad got together back at the start of spring, Knight and Karsa had basically anti-synergy with one another. But across the course of this year, they have developed as a duo, and now the level 2 gank into the mid lane, this is something we never would have seen in spring.
Yeah, and Karsa's still being really active.
Maybe just ganks all over the map right here. Baolan's going to get away with his life, though, with Ning there.
Yeah, but like you were saying, I mean, we did see some attempts at 2v2s in spring or level 2 ganks, and they never quite worked out. Karsa,
he's being real sneaky right here. Scuttle Crab is low. Karsa's not going to contest it.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, he did get spotted in the end. I wasn't sure if he was going to get away with that one. 1v1 between the junglers right now as the bot lanes are moving up. Flash from Ning, and Karsa's going to be the one that'll be bitten down. Flashes over the wall, though, and will get out with his life.
Good flash from Karsa to keep himself safe. That was a risky call. Rookie had that mid-wave shoved in, was going to group first. Same with Baolan and Puff on the bottom side. So Karsa barely managing to escape there, but you can see already Ning looking to punish, moves into the jungle, clears out the Wolf camp on the bottom side, and trying to add a bit more to that already pretty hefty CS lead that he has for himself.
369 is having a great time in that 1v1 in the top lane as well, there.
Yeah, and I want to see how the junglers are going to influence this top lane matchup. But, well, we have Ning ganking mid.
Knight now the one in trouble. Goes for the taunt to stop Rookie doing all or too much. Still has the flash available, has the Justice Punch. He's going to be just fine.
And I'm looking here as well at the way Ning cleared that Wolf camp. He actually left one Wolf up, so you won't get the respawn on that level 3 camp until Karsa gets back towards bottom side. So again, Ning is doing a really good job of controlling the pace of this jungle. And now, again, because Volibear just clears so damn quickly, Ning can get a full clear here on his top side, back into a really nice item purchase, and then just be so much stronger than Karsa at all points for any sort of gank that Karsa goes against. And it's going to be really hard for top to have any more impact from that jungle run.
Yeah, and I really want to see Ning bring that advantage into the mid lane, as we talked about before. You have very strong 2v2. Azir's going to constantly push in the Galio. And the thing I love as well is, since you are facing this Ezreal Yuumi in the bot lane, Baolan pretty much has free reign to move across the map, and yuyanjia's not going to be able to follow. So I want to see them keep Knight in the mid lane, not be able to use this global, and then maybe transition that into something like a dragon, looking for these early game skirmishes.
And, you know, you mentioned yuyanjia not being able to follow around because of this Yuumi pick, but I have to say, back in spring, before Yuumi got nerfed, this was easily yuyanjia's best pick. And this kind of speaks volumes to me about what top esports sees as their biggest weakness.
Karsa is... I appreciate him. I like that he's trying to help out the mid lane, but he is setting himself so far behind here. Level 3 to the level 5 of Ning right now.
I just love how we're trying to set up the dynamic of this match.
Yeah.
Talking about top lane, bot lane, and we just constantly see both jugglers heading to and hovering around mid.
I mean, it's not surprising, right? This is Knight versus Rookie. Granted, it's a little disappointing in terms of the matchup. We've got Azir versus Galio. Shouldn't be that impactful, but with the jungler's influence, it certainly can be. Ning now moves over to Dragon to start this one off, and Baolan gets to go there as well. Obviously, JackeyLove and yuyanjia head back to base, so this will be free.
And to be fair to IG, Rookie's been one of the most impressive Azirs we have in the LPL. His engagements with this Emperor's Divide have been absolutely nuts. His ability to position on Azir and churn out a whole heap of damage have been insane. And oftentimes, Rookie, when he is in matchups, especially when he opts towards this Comet Azir, where he wants to be a bit more aggressive in lane, he's been shoving out his opponents and completely dominating that lane. We're even seeing a little bit right now with that 10 CS lead for himself.
The thing I love is he doesn't even opt into Comet Azir. He actually takes us in every matchup.
Yeah.
We never see him go with the lethal tempo route of trying to control the wave more and scale up. He just always plays champions like this to bully the lane.
And it's so IG, right?
Yeah.
This is what IG is. It's lane bullies. It's that 1v1 skill. But what's going on here?
Yeah, we got some shenanigans afoot right here. Baolan's moved to the top side of the map. Ning going for the Scuttle Crab. In the meantime, Karsa just taking this blue buff. It took him about an hour to get it, but get it he has. Ning is still 2 levels up. Ning's already level 6 at this point in the jungle match.
I'm still just surprised that we see Baolan also here. This is what we talked about a few minutes ago, right? Baolan has the ability to influence the map, and
like
they're just trading buffs.
They're trying to figure out where Karsa is, I think, and they just have no clue. They must have figured it out at this point, though.
This is a pretty standard play from IG. We've seen it, though, from the last 2 series where Baolan will, at this stage, roam up. They try to go for a gank towards this topside jungle to see if they can catch out the enemy jungle, and then turn it into the Rift Herald pressure and setting themselves up for that. So the fact that Karsa hasn't fallen for this says to me they've done their homework. The issue, though, is 369 is in a bit of a precarious spot.
And he's in a death realm as well. 1v1 with TheShy, but Ning will be waiting when he comes out as well. I don't think he's going to have the damage to finish anybody off the Sky Splitter. TheShy gets it with an Obliterate.
Yeah, and that's just nice job by TheShy Ning setting that one up. I've been wondering when jugglers would come influence this matchup since 369 just been pushing in for free all game long. Ooh, and Karsa, nice response going for an invade on the opposite side of the map.
Yeah, Buff is here over the wall, though. Karsa is not feeling that strong right now in the game. He's going to have some support from the rest of his team, though.
The issue, though, is, as we talked about for top esports, a lot of their win condition is tied to 369, is tied to getting this Jax ahead. And with the way IG have been controlling this top side of the map, it makes it very difficult for Nice, with this ultimate now available, to try and make a play towards that top side.
Rookie still has Flash available, on top of the fact that he's playing Azir, so he's going to be fine from the potential play in the mid lane there. But once again, we're talking about these junglers going toe-to-toe, or not even toe-to-toe, just trading with one another. Karsa gets a red buff, Ning gets a Rift Herald. That is not an even trade.
Yeah, and that's extremely massive, especially if they can open up this mid lane, keep Knight more close to his inner turret, and then continue to use the pressure that Rookie has to keep stacking up these dragons.
And the trade-off for all these plays has been Puff in that bottom lane. Because he's been left on his own with Baolan, yes, you've got this advantage.
Hang on. This is going a little bit more aggressive than I think I was expecting here. The TheShy is low, and Karsa wants to capitalize. Death Realm's still on cooldown, by the way, as Knight's moving up to the play as well. There is no way out of this one. Flash comes out from the TheShy, but it's followed up on, and the kill goes away. 369, Triumph saves the day, and now a turret plate to boot.
And there's the play that we were talking about there. There's the one that we wanted to go for, where we get up towards 369 in that top lane, where he makes that massive setup for this Jax. Has the Sheen, he's going to be working very quickly towards that Triforce, and now we're starting to see the TheShy of, oh well, as you said at the beginning, Lyric, Mordekaiser, even if you play towards him, he can pull one of you into the Death Realm, but when that person is a Jax who's getting real big, that's an issue.
Yeah, and we did see him try to create time. I don't think that Flash by any means right. He knew he was dead, but he wanted to make TS spend more time top lane. We did see Ning go straight bot, and it looks like they were hoping they'd have enough time to make a bot side play, but in the end, opted not to. And it does look like IG now are just going to wait for this next dragon that's going to be up in 1 minute.
So let's recap where we're at in the bottom lane as well, because so far it's just been farming for days. They've both got themselves a cold, but they're both heading towards big items. Oh no. Rookie has Flash here, but he's got a long way to go if he wants to get out of the play. Still is on the Azir. Stun comes through. He's already dead. No, he's not. He does get out of it. The Flash and the shuffle. He's out.
Munchables, where's the respect for Rookie? He was never going to go down the whole time.
Hang on. Where's the respect for JackeyLove? True shot barrage across the map. Can he find the target? No, he can't. Rookie sees it coming.
There's that communication that you want to see after, where Rookie's like, oh, well, at least gets the word. There's a true shot barrage in the way. You better get out from underneath this turret. Does delay Rookie a little bit, but it doesn't matter. IG are answering elsewhere in the map. Pushing in this bottom side, you can see you've got the help of Ning and Baolan, both who've been sealing away more camps from Karsa. And as this game goes on, Karsa is falling further and further behind. These ganks haven't netted quite the lead they would like, but...
And it's time for Top Esports to rectify that issue. Puff is the target, they'll get a kill over towards JackeyLove here. Nice play from Top Esports, and it's just as Dragon's coming onto the map.
Yeah, and that was a massive pick coming from TS, because IG were the ones who had bot side prio. They would have pushed in the mid lane with Rookie coming in. I can't believe they actually still want to contest this.
So neither top laner will be a part of the play right now, and IG are going to be in a 2v3 because the bot lane's not even here. That's going to be Karsa taken straight out of the equation. Knight, DPS down next as the depth charge goes down onto JackeyLove. He'll jump away with his own life. IG keeping the play relevant here, and Ning, the only one with Smite around.
A messy call from Top Esports, but this is what IG loves to do. You think they're at a disadvantage, but they will go and force the play to catch out teams who are unaware, and that's exactly what happened to Top Esports there.
Yeah, and one thing to keep in mind is that IG do still have that Rift Herald. I want to see them place it mid. It looks like potentially Ning's going to head there now. It feels like it would be a massive setback for TS if Knight did have to play more towards his inner turret. You'd have more space to look for invades on both halves of the map. And it's actually pretty close to timing out.
Well, there you go. Will be placed down in the mid lane. And as you said, look, IG are looking to set up Rookie on this pick, because he's going to be the main source of damage when we do get to a point of, well, at least the bottom four members of both IG and top setting up. And he is so potent on this Azir. Having a massive CS lead, a bunch of kills, now all that turret plating into his hands as well, Rookie's going to be a menace.
Yeah, Rookie is going to be a problem for the side of Top Esports, especially on Azir. He can make so many ridiculous plays. JackeyLove gets pulled in by Baolan. But, I mean, he's on Ezreal, and he's got a Yuumi. He's going to be fine. Yeah,
and I love that we're talking about JackeyLove now, because I still feel like if this game goes late, even if we ignore 369, I don't know how IG are going to deal with JackeyLove unless JackeyLove makes a misstep. Which, I mean, to be fair, JackeyLove has been known to E in aggressively, but...
Speaking of JackeyLove, he could be in trouble, as can yuyanjia. There are no TPs on the side of Top Esports right now. I think JackeyLove knows that this play is happening, but I'm not sure there's anything he can do about it. Ning and Rookie going to move in. They're just going to try and make a play onto Baolan before the dive can ever happen. They can't quite get the kill. Stopwatch comes into play to ruin everything. Exhaust onto Puff as well to stop the damage here. Now Karsa's answering, as is Knight. This is a beautiful answer from Top Esports. Now onto Puff. They're looking for a 2v2, but Ning is still here. JackeyLove, you went too far. And now yuyanjia will go down to answer.
We literally just said JackeyLove likes to go aggressive, and then he goes way too far forward, lands himself straight into the anchor, into that depth charge. The double kill goes across the IG anyway, although Top looking to see if maybe they can pick off Rookie underneath this tower.
Knight flashing for the taunt. He's going to find himself underneath the turret, and that Emperor's Divide is going to make things difficult. Not difficult enough, though, apparently. 369 still going to grab the kill. He's going to jump out of the play and should be able to kite Ning out. Ning goes for the 1v1 on this one. But 369 is playing Jax. I don't know what kind of power level he's at, but with a Galio, it doesn't seem to matter because he's 2v1. Make it 3 because Karsa's arrived in the party as well. Another kill goes the way of Top, this time for Knight.
And this game so far is so crazy. We're seeing punch and then counter punch from both sides. TS a bit over aggressive with JackeyLove, then making this beautiful play on mid. Great reaction from Knight. But here we go again. Now TheShy potentially looking for a mid lane turret.
This is exactly what I wanted from this series. Everything in the kitchen sink being thrown by both these squads. And at the moment, as we hit that 15-minute mark, we are dead even in gold. But it is where that gold is being put onto, because a lot of it is onto Rookie and a little bit over onto Puff after this play in the bottom lane.
Yeah, and we did see them look for this aggressive setup, and great job by TS to notice, hey, we're going to go aggressive on their bot lane, buy time for the rest of our team to follow up. But here's what we talked about with JackeyLove. A lot of times aggressively Eing forward, setting up for Baolan to land that crucial hook and ultimate, and setting up Ning and Puff with those kills.
The thing is, though, as you said, Puff has got a couple of kills. You just said Rookie's got a bunch of those kills as well. 369 is massive, though, and this Jax is very capable of taking over a side lane. We'll have to see if Top Esports can try and weather the storm against IG, or if this will happen.
Oh, look at this CC chain. JackeyLove doesn't even get to play League of Legends. yuyanjia has nowhere to hop to, and it's another couple of kills. 2v2 for IG.
Puff and Baolan getting the 2v2 kills as predicted in the pregame segments. Don't disrespect this IG bot lane, JR and Munch McMahon, because, you know, they're coming for the W.
I'm going to go find that piece of paper and reassemble it now for Invictus Gaming, but that is absolutely beautiful from Puff and Baolan. And look, we talked about how important this bot lane was going to be to this series. You're seeing it right now. Puff controlling this bot side. He's getting this turret, although Karsa...
I got it, ain't over just yet. It's 6-5, and we're going to get some more kills as well. Puff getting chased down by everybody on the side of Top Esports, but the flash is going to save him. Now Karsa's the one that has to try and get out. The CC's there for Knight. Rookie moves everyone away from the play, but everybody's surviving for now. Puff can keep chasing this one through. Taunt isn't going to land onto anyone. 369 now going to continue to extend this. Puff finally gets CC'd, finally stunned on up, and will finally go down.
And I have no idea what's going on in this game. Still, continuous action, people going all over the map. TheShy pretty much being left to play a PvE game this whole time. I mean, he's getting gold. I'm sure he feels pretty nice about it. He was down 20 CS before, now he's up 20 CS.
He doesn't have a Triforce, though. 369 is ripping through these towers, and once again, 369 is all over the place trying to plug the holes in the ship of Top Esports right now, but IG doing a good job of keeping that pressure up.
And now Top Esports move over to this dragon. This time they're pretty sure that IG aren't going to be here to contest this one. Should go the way of Top Esports. Ning is nearby, but there's no way he can move in. So 6-6 on the scoreboard. Let's take another look.
And it's very much going to be a case of how do Top Esports try and deal with this? Because IG, once again, they throw down the arrow, they get that CC chain combo, which sets up this whole play. You have Rookie going aggressive to try and get Knight back. They nearly get the turnaround play here, but they go so deep that by the time 369 shows up, there's 3 people on IG running for the hills.
Ooh, and looks like IG are still aggressively invading, but Karsa is here.
Yeah, the red buff going to be denied, at least for now, by Top Esports. They're able to contest at least somewhat in their jungle. It will clear away this minion wave. Shy gets a pull onto Knight, but Galio, not really the target you want to start a fight with.
I do want to say, I don't feel like TS has to opt into a lot of the aggressive options we've seen them take. I don't feel like JackeyLove should be dying this much, but it definitely looks like what we were talking about, where top esports want to try and go toe-to-toe with IG.
Yeah, this isn't about what's optimal, this is about what's personal. Apparently it was the red buff for Ning, because he's going to grab that smite, but you're absolutely right. JackeyLove, you can see he really wanted to win that bottom lane.
And this is where getting in the bottom left corner. How this nearly all started off with JackeyLove just about able to arcane shift away. But I do want to come back to what we have at the moment, because this has been a super chaotic game, and we got to take stock of where we're at. Because map state-wise, 2 towers down on either side of the map. Rift Herald could add another one into the hands of Ning and IG, and that could potentially open them up to try and make some more of these aggressive plays and enable TheShy to join in fights rather than, or even force 369 to join in fights, rather than having top esports allow this superstar Jax with the Triforce working towards that Blade of the Rune King to continue this onslaught in the bottom lane.
Yeah, and the thing is for TS is they're fine with this game pace going slow, so it's like you said, IG need to be the ones to make these aggressive moves.
Baolan going to be taunted up, or in fact stunned up by 369 as the rest of top esports collapse as well. Stuns across the board and kills on top of it as well. JackeyLove, though, has been found by TheShy, who wants a little bit of revenge on this one. Gets 1 kill for him and his team. And I'm not going to chase down Ning as well. Rookie with a huge ulti, but 369 will not be taken down. Finally drops as Karsa cannot go for a 1v1 against the Azir. This is a 3-for-2 so far, as Ning will finally go down? Question mark? I guess not. Flashes over the wall. Slow comes through from Yuumi. 1 more auto, and yuyanjia's the one to get the kill.
And this is all over the place. These fights are so spread out. They're so chaotic. Skirmishes across the board. But again, 369 is rolling only 9s in these fights. Picks up a double kill for himself. Spreads out the fight. Causes Rookie to join in that fight a little bit late. But this Jax is 5, 2, and 3. Knight on the bottom side. He's picked up a bunch of gold for himself as well. He's a 3-0-4. And all this starts off right as we say we don't want to see top esports go aggressive. They don't need to, but 369 has a different mind. He picks up a kill for himself there, then turns over onto Ning to finish him off. But IG do manage to fight back just a smidge.
And the massive thing, right, is that Rookie just finally got to this fight. IG were the aggressors in this fight while Rookie was at the base. All the rest of TS were able to get here much faster, and that's why we saw TS able to pick up 4 kills. And no objective was up on the map, but still nice gold, and it gives them more time to, you know, get these items on the Jax we talked about. Let JackeyLove scale up as well, who's finally finished that Muramana.
But once again, Lyric, this isn't about objectives for these two teams. This is personal. This is about Knight being denied wills in 2019, by IG and trying to get some revenge. Look at that scoreboard. He's 3-0-4 on this Galio.
The thing is, though, this can turn into objectives because 369 is now down in this bottom lane. He's got that teleport up and available, whereas we don't have any available for Invictus Gaming. And honestly, I know that TheShy has that Death Realm, but he's got to be real scared of 369 right now. Nerdy has that Death Stance complete. This is where this side lane is becoming a major issue for IG, and they need to figure out some way of solving it before it becomes an even bigger thorn in their side.
And I think, you know, there's the Twitch chat meme of like people counting to level 16 with Kale. It's kind of similar with Jax, just with 3 items, and he's already got one of them as he trades with Ning in the jungle. He's going to move out with his life here, but yeah, he's already got the Triforce. He's moving towards a Death Stance. And he's going to continue this skirmish. I'm not sure it was wise, but he's going to go for it anyway. In comes Knight to join in onto the play. 369 is still full HP somehow on this one. JackeyLove now rising. Karsa over the wall as well. As 369 continues to hammer away. It's TheShy that gets the first kill of the play. And now Knight being chased down. TheShy is low, but somehow heals at the last possible second. Knight will fall, and IG have got this fight under wraps. JackeyLove doing good damage across the backline, but Ning has found him, gets the stun. Dragon help him with the DPS, and Ning is damn tanky. Rookie arrives, Empress Divide, and it's going to be an ace for IG.
And that was so crazy coming in from IG, finding the pick, but I thought it was going to turn around quite fast. But guess what? Karsa not able to get in on the fight. And even JackeyLove only able to throw out Qs over the wall, not able to deal that continuous DPS with the auto attacks. Sets up Ning to find a great ultimate in, and then Rookie finishing off with all that DPS. And like you said, TheShy didn't go down.
TheShy didn't go down. He was in the death realm with 369, manages to win that scrap as Ning power punches the Jax as he comes out of the death realm. But IG can turn towards this Baron.
But 369 just DP'd bot, so seems like TS are just completely conceding, no one on the map. Gonna try and get something out of it, but this is massive for IG.
And just look at the composition, right? Ashe and Azir, you can burn through the Baron.
And the reason when we look at this replay that 369 survived so long is TheShy actually pretty quickly pulls him into the Death Realm right as that Galio ult comes in. So it's a 1v1 for a little bit of time, but then as soon as 369 pops out, Ning says, welcome back to the real world, you're going back to the Death Realm. And now Knight is caught in this awkward position alongside yuyanjia, who have committed to this play, with JackeyLove being able to get over. Karsa, as Lyric pointed out, is stuck on the opposite side of the wall as well. And even though you have all these low health bars on IG's side, they're protected behind the beefy, tanky players that are still remaining on IG.
There we have it. That's the end of the play, but once again, in this jungle right now, Karsa is still 3 levels behind that of Ning, and it means that it's very difficult for him to make anything happen in these fights. He is so damn squishy compared to his counterpart.
Yeah, definitely. And now we're in a situation where IG want to set up these 5-man sieges. And despite the fact that Ezreal himself is great when sieging an enemy turret, you actually don't have that much wave clear. So Rookie and the rest of IG kind of a field day right now, just continuing to siege down these structures.
And this is only 4 people. You've got Puff shoving in that mid. IG are just going to go, hey, it was all a ruse. We move across here. 369, where are you going?
Into the loving arms of Baolan, apparently. That's going to be his flash forced out, which is a big deal for Jax in a team fight.
Yeah, gonna be massive, and I was a bit scared seeing IG keep Puff on the opposite side going for this 1-4 setup, because you don't want to give TS an avenue back into this game of just committing to one lane and finding a pick, but IG doing a great job with the balancing act of going back and forth, gonna get 2 turrets.
And this is where we said that top esports would be strongest, right? Where top esports would be able to play the map, they're good at finding these ways to set up pressure in these side lanes to create advantages. But instead, we've had that TP from 369 to the bot lane that netted absolutely nothing. Now he's gone off towards a side lane again to try and get some of these waves back in order. But with that Baron buff, the tempo's been completely lost for top esports, and they don't have the opportunity to play through this Jax in a side lane anymore.
Yeah, and you know, one thing I really want to question moving over to IG is what has happened to Puff? Because if you guys remember IG's last series against V5, that game 3 of Felios and now this Ashe, Puff is popping off.
This is the next thing I wanted to talk about, because Puff has... He is a night and day different player to what we saw in Spring. In Spring, when we talked about Puff and Southwind, it was like, all right, we're just going to play as safe as we can. We're going to play Braum every game. We just don't want to die. Now, winning 2v2 in bot lane against top esports and dominating in the team fights. It's unbelievable.
I imagine Baolan just walking up, like, slapping him across the face and saying, like, I will make you great, damn it! And then, you know,
and then he gives him a duo kill as well. So, I mean, it's been working. Baolan is apparently what IG needed. It was what we kind of talked about with IG back in Spring when we were talking about set when the Puff was like, hey, you know, these are the backbone for IG. It lets everyone else go crazy. No, you have to live the JackeyLove way. What he did on IG was give in to the madness and thrive in it.
Dagda, I need to stop you right there, because as someone who watched LPL in 2019, Baolan's the answer.
I'm going to stop you right there, because we've got a fight on our hands. Baolan apparently is the answer, because the stone plate keeps him safe. In the meantime, 369's getting a tower.
I thought that IG were going to try and deal with them somehow, but not able to, and top esports are doing a good job of delaying these backs here, so now 369 has managed to get that structure, and IG once again delayed on the recalls. It's a nice call from top.
So let's quickly revisit the win conditions we talked about earlier on in the game, because Lyric, you were pretty hard-headed on the fact that IG didn't have a way into these fights. What is it that top esports have to do to set that win condition up for themselves now?
Honestly, I feel like the problem with top esports is they've just been too aggressively looking for advantages. If you just send Jax to one side of the map, have your 4-man core grouped up, and play that tightrope of where they're pressuring the map at the same time, even if IG go for a pick on the Jax, well, your 4-man core can get more on the opposite side of the map. Can't exactly do that right now because there's no Baron up. But once that objective comes back up with a Dragon in 30 seconds, we want to see that tightrope.
And that's the problem, is that with that Dragon now in 20 seconds, that they haven't really got themselves set up where 369 is off the side lane, doesn't have that teleport either, so it's not like you're able to commit to it.
Oh, God.
Also, Karsa's been brought into a death realm, which is not a great part of the plan here. TheShy won't be able to push too far forward as JackeyLove chased down by Ning here, but the whole squad is able to jump back onto him and keep him safe. 369 in the meantime gets a blast cone. Top Esports, they've got out with their lives, but this would be Mountain Soul if they let IG get the drag.
369 distracting IG enough that they couldn't get the follow-up damage onto Karsa, but Karsa is super low. He is 3 levels down still on Ning. This is IG going for Soul.
Top Esports have to just go for a fight right now if they want to stay in this game. Final chapter across the team. In goes Knight to taunt everybody on the squad, but he doesn't have any damage. He's playing Galio. JackeyLove in a 1v1 with Rookie, but that is not a 1v1 that he can win. Flashes away from the play, but he's knocked back into the rest of IT, into the meat grinder. Triple kill for Puff, and they're just going to finish off Karsa as a little cherry on top.
An extremely decisive call coming out from IG. Honestly, I was a bit confused. Why aren't you finishing the dragon? They go in. Looks like they're just going to finish the game.
There's the TPs, TheShy running towards mid, Ning in the front line. They can just end the game right now with 20 seconds left on the rest of Top Esports.
Yeah, Rookie was on the bottom side of the map, but it looks like he's going to move over to the rest of the team as well. They have 20 seconds. I don't know if this is going to be quick enough.
I don't think they can, honestly.
Yeah.
10 seconds on JackeyLove and yuyanjia are coming up.
Rookie burnt his TP in that play to try and get the last pick, but meant that he couldn't actually join in fast enough, and now, yeah, they're going to be forced to back away.
I wonder if Top Esports are going to try and rush Baron. We did see a ping come down.
It would be a very Top Esports thing to do. TPs across the map right now as they're going to force the play. TheShy and Ning have been caught with the trousers down. It looks like TheShy is the target they're going to opt into here. Death Realm onto 369, but I don't think TheShy wins that 1v1 anymore. I could be wrong, though, because there's a lot of damage coming down onto the Jax. He does win the 1v1, but he trades his own life for it. JackeyLove grabs the kill. Now the rest of the skirmishes, Ning forces people away. Knight pretty low on health. JackeyLove pulled in, but Arcane shifts out. Final chapter across the team to keep the roots down. It's going to be Ning jumping onto the backline. He's damn tanky, but he will be burnt down. No, walks away with his life. Now JackeyLove continues to kite back. Top Esports still surviving, but IG, they deny any kind of Baron play.
Ning is playing limbo right now, and how low can he go before he actually dies? Just about managing to escape. Nice!
Wait, what? Knight gets a taunt onto Rookie, but he gets out with his life. Baolan stepping forward for an engage, but he might have sacrificed his own life for it. JackeyLove has to be careful because Rookie has serious damage. Karsa's the one that answers with his life.
And Top Esports tried to make the play. They tried to get the pick to turn towards Baron, and it blows up in their face. TheShy, 8-3-5 with that Thormail, is able to fight against 369 to his heart content.
Yeah, now IG going to be able to pick up this Baron, and I mean, honestly, unless some kind of miracle happens, which it is against Top Esports, I feel like miracles are possible. But this is definitely IG's game.
I think ultimately that's the thing about this series, right? These two teams, of any teams in the LPL, are the ones that you can believe will make anything happen. I'm not willing to say any of these games are over until the Nexus explodes.
I would definitely say these two teams, maybe along with, you know, a DRX, a Damwon, have the highest skill ceilings in the world. Like, when you just look man for man on these rosters, it is actually insane how much mechanical talent there is.
And you can see in your screen there the difference between the two junglers. This has been basically from the get-go, as we talked about, where Karsa committed so much to trying to set up these Top Esports lanes that he forgot his own jungle. He's given a lot over, and Ning is now the massive benefactor of it because he's 3 levels up. He's got way more when it comes to smites and objective control.
Makes you wonder what the communication was between mid and jungle, right? Because Karsa just kept ganking mid, whether it was like Knight calling for these ganks or Karsa just trying to set up opportunities, but putting IG in a great position, and now, again, IG just have to group as a 4-man unit, take this inhibitor, and knowing IG, they're just going to try to end.
It felt a lot like Knight was kind of like, I can't get out of lane unless I get some help here. I want to be able to utilize my level 6, having that ultimate available, but wasn't able to. Now IG are strolling confidently into the base.
Yeah, this is going to be the inhib going down right here. A minute and a half on the Baron, and IG are not going to stop anytime soon. They are 10,000 gold up, and they know it. Rookie looks terrifying, as does Puff. Baolan's going to find the engage onto 369 here. Roots across the team, though. Ashe arrow into the back line. JackeyLove still surviving. Knight walks away with his life, but Karsa won't be so lucky. 1 for 1. Make it 2 as JackeyLove falls. That's going to be that for game number 1 as Puff can hammer away onto the Nexus towers, and IG showing up massive in game number 1. Looking for some revenge from Spring, but 369 gets onto Rookie. Doesn't quite have the damage there. yuyanjia pops off. At the end of the day, IG still get the win.
And overall, great to see IG, especially from